man. They've been trying very, very hard to keep me out this game. I just got one question. What you afraid of?
I think we're gonna be friends.
Hardly. You niggas never invited this boy to the party. Standing outside in the cold rain, looking through the window, see you turn it up like car keys. So low with the mind frame, but I came with my game, cause ain't a damn thing gon' change. Stayed in my lane, fry label pace, sippin' Dre, saying to myself what 8 years gold chain. So I focus on the game plan, to put them all on their knees like they about to say amen. Got them crying like Rayman, ain't a strange man, all I wanted was the screens for the bandstand. So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you'll be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the glory.
The cloud had opened up, and I've been seen in all of my glory. Suddenly, the cloud had opened up, and I've been seen in all of my glory. Suddenly,
So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you'll be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the glory. So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you'll be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the glory.
We're gonna be friends.
Remember that little scroll talking about what he's gonna do to obtain success? He was 10 toes down, made progress, while the congregation hated like Congress. I can't say I haven't started, but Nipsey brought the hustle back, so now the bosses got this. We about the block back, can't stop that for the suburb, throw the way to the projects. No longer treated like objects, tossed to the side, we glide, no matter with the weather. I remember living hard, so I have to stay fly, so baby, you fucking with a treasure. This ain't like a scary movie, the end it might just be a little bit gory. Nothing else is gonna stand in between me and glory.
We're gonna be friends.
the clouds have opened up, and I've been seen in all of my glory. Suddenly, the clouds have opened up, and I've been seen in all of my glory. Suddenly,
So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the glory. So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the
We're gonna
glory.
be friends.
My mom told me not to ever let these cowards play me. You lose it all in the blink of an eye. So true, while they pointing at the white man, they planted on my back while holding a big knife. Now they're gonna need a crossbow, cause I need 50 feet before I take a seat. Back to the wall, no room for slipping. Let me see it all when it comes to take a G. There's no fakery, the money come fast like a sale at the trap bakery. You could be kidding me, I'm still here to sweet lick like you some kind of candy man. This is for the time I spent. I know that baby out there is checking for me. I guarantee it's not me, but the glory.
We're gonna be friends.
the clouds have opened up, and I've been seen in all of my glory. Suddenly, the clouds have opened up, and I've been seen in all of my glory. Suddenly,
So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the glory. So I aim to get the stacks to the ceiling. When you hear this, you be feeling my story. I used to only want the money, but now I'm coming for the
We're gonna
glory.
be friends.
B.O.S.S. Southside Radio.
B.O.S.S. Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
What it is, everybody, what it is, everybody, what it is. This is your boy, Mr. E. Boss of the Southside Bosses, and you know we coming to you live here on Talking But Ain't Saying Nothing. We out here in nature just letting it be beautiful, man, because what else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? Nah, but for real though, man, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in early this morning and ask y'all to go ahead and follow us on your favorite streaming service. You're talking but ain't saying nothing. Located on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, and more. We all over the world, baby. So make sure y'all tune in anytime y'all want. We have plenty of episodes. Definitely want to check out all of them. We got plenty of podcasts on B.O.S.S Radio. So if you want to check out all of our podcasts, just go to sbcmovement.com so you can see all that we got going on, man. I'm telling you, we got some great things going on, especially on our What Would You Do podcast, which you will hear about a little later on. But we also got sponsored by Southside Beauty Care, a great Mother's Day gift box. So make sure y'all tune in for that, because we'll be talking about that a little later on as well. Exactly how you can win your mom a gift box. Very easily, no purchase necessary, and then we're going to make sure that you have a good time doing it. And it's going to be something that you're going to be getting two gifts out of it. You're going to get the gift out of participating out of it. If you just trust me, you'll know what I mean when we break it down to you. But you also get that wonderful gift box for your mother. So definitely a two-way street here. It's a win-win. It's a win-win-win. Already, but y'all know Mother's Day is coming up, so if you haven't already stopped by SouthsideBeautyCare.com and picked up a gift box for or picked up a gift for, make sure that you go ahead and check it out. We have our gift boxes for sale right now, 15% off. You also can get a t-shirt with that as well, and get 15% off that t-shirt as well. So make sure y'all go ahead and get over there and get your mother something she would adore. You feel me? But yes, B.O.S.S Radio got something going on for you right now. I won't talk about ain't saying nothing. Mr. E don't never let y'all down, man, and I ain't planning on starting today. So I got 3 good topics to bring to y'all. First, we already know that astrology was something that the Moors taught to the hyper Europeans when they first found them in 711 AD. Actually, before 711 AD, they just started to rule in 711 AD. They helped get them out of the dark ages that they was in, and it was just so much that was so beneficial in that era, but it seemed like they are being slowly forgotten, even called distinct. I heard that a couple of times. So we're going to be talking about Moors and astrology. That way we can give the proper credit to where it's due, because a lot of people don't even know what astrology is. So we're going to have a brief course about that real quick. I'm talking about brief, man. We ain't gonna be on that for too long, because if you want to learn more, all you have to do is go to our show Revolutionary Hour, which you can find on any streaming service. Any streaming service, Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, and more. And or you can just check us out on sbcmovement.com if you want to learn more about astrology and more about the Moors and who the Moors are today and who have been falsely called, who have been identities have been taken away from them. So we're gonna be we always cover things like that. We try to cover them on Tuesday evenings, but sometimes we get out of the pocket and just do it whenever. That's those special podcasts, a special broadcast, you feel me? So make sure y'all tune in for that, you know what I'm talking about. But also we're going to be talking about that slap on the wrist that Prince Andrew got for being tied to Jeffrey Epstein and settling his sexual assault case or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We definitely got to talk about that, because some people are saying that he needs to give up his Duke title. So we're here to talk about that. But I'm pretty sure you're mainly here because of our teachers over here being royally screwed. Teachers have been so-called overpaid when we have been when they've been telling the whole world that they've been underpaid for years, and now they're trying to rob these teachers. So we're going to be talking about how that is going on, and hopefully this doesn't happen, and what we can do to hopefully keep this from happening, because without our teachers, man, where would we be? I mean, yeah, I get it. The curriculum that they teach is mostly lies, but they have to teach us these things. But what they do is they actually open up your mind to these things so that you can actually discuss them and find out exactly why these things are being these lies are being told to us. I'm just saying. Anyways, this is Talking But Ain't Saying Nothing, baby. We're going to bring it to you big time. We're going to bring it big time. So we're going to get into it after a word from a couple of our sponsors, What Would You Do podcast, and these great gift boxes from Southside Beauty Care, baby. You know what it is.
Have you ever seen someone do
something so outrageous that you can't help but think? This stupid crazy situations happen all the time, and people get into situationships on a regular. So, what would you do if you were in their place? Check out our podcast as we discuss just that on What Would You Do podcast on iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and all your other favorite streaming services. Make sure to search hashtag What Would You Do podcast.
Skin and hair care makes the perfect gifts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, especially when it comes in all natural forms for Southside Beauty Care. Our gift boxes include natural and raw black soap from Africa, hair and beard oil that will make your hair strong and shiny, beard balm with essential oils such as cedarwood, hoe wood, and more to style that manscape on your face.
I could use that.
Our signature skincare cream designed to quench your skin's thirst and make it shine like Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon.
Did you just show your age?
Get your box today at SouthsideBeautyCare.com.
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E's Music Maestro.
Already. Yeah, that was a word from our sponsor, so let's go ahead and get on into it. Make sure you share this right now, too, so that people can get some information. All right, but first we got to understand one thing, man. The world has always been anti-Alkebulan, anti-African, anti-so-called black. And it's pertinent. I mean, it's just history that I don't even have to go in and prove my case. It has. But at the same time, though, without the Alkebulan, without the so-called African, there wouldn't be a world for us to even exist in today, you know. So there's so much that I can continue to go into, but I don't want to actually get into it deep because it's just supposed to be a brief expose. Like I said, we go deeper into these things on Revolutionary Hour, so please do check that out. But you know, there's so much that can be said about astrology, because I was watching a news article today. They was talking about astrology is a new crave. It's the new buzz, and this, that, and they're trying to say that because people were born in between the years of 1975 and now they was born in a certain Pisces age, and this, that, and not Pisces. I'm sorry, that ain't what they said, because it was the Pisces age, but it wasn't. It was the Piscean age, excuse me. But anyways, you know, they had a whole bunch of people on there just spouting a whole bunch of theologies, dogmas about astrology. And well, let's get one thing straight. The science of cosmology actually dictates the angles or the angels of light energy transmitted upon the Earth planet. Now, some of this energy arises the tides and the oceans, particularly at full moon. Thus, it rises the water levels in all things of the Earth, including us, because we are made up of over 75% water. Now, astrology or cosmology also correlates with the hair, as it is our antenna from the cosmos. Because it's just, that's why our hair stands up. That's why even if you look at people who have dreads, their hair stands up at a constant. And that's because they're continuously downloading information from the heavens. And I know that sounds like reaching, but that's technically what it is. This is the reason why, if you look into the so-called black man's head, whenever they get a short haircut, it spirals as if it was as a galaxy does. If you look at a black woman's afro, it stands up on its own. It stands up on. It's like a tree. It stands up on its own. But if you feel the texture of one strand is weak to the touch, like, how does this stand up on its own? Well, it's being pulled up. It's being pulled against the force of gravity. This is where the connection of the melanin that's in our body and the melanin of the stars come in tune with each other. And reason why I bring this up is because this is why the Moors actually had in-depth science about this. be careful who you learn your astrology from. I suggest looking for an awakened more, because they exist and they aren't extinct. I know I keep hearing these connotations. These connotations that they have been extinct, and I don't understand why people would even write that. Oh, I do, because they do not want the Moors of today to know who they are, so that they can reclaim the sciences that was stolen from them, made, and then they was made to forget, just so they can label and toil on someone else's soil, which is really their soil, but they think it's someone else's soil. But that's neither here nor there. Again, check out our Revolutionary Hour podcast. We got some great things. Let's go. We got some great topics on there. We got some great information. We got some great knowledge and everything. You can fact check everything. You can fact check it, and I actually encourage you to fact check it, because if I'm wrong, I need to be corrected. And if you could correct me, then I need you to come on here and correct me. I'm all for correction, because if I'm being corrected, that means I'm learning. And the more I learn, the more powerful I get. I'm never down. I've never been the one to turn down power. So definitely, if you feel like you got some information, or if you just want to hit us up, you can hit us up and to chat with us. You can find us on Facebook at B.O.S.S Retreat, also Alkebulon Society with Mr. E. So definitely just look up all three of those, and that you'll be able to find us. And then, if you want to chop it, get on these podcasts with us and chat it up, chop it up, drop some knowledge, do it, because listen to nature out there, listen to Mother Nature out there. She just singing away, and and us being natural beings, I want to experience more of that. And the more knowledge you have of the natural world, aka cosmology and astrology, then you'll be able to understand you better, and that's all we need, right? So let me stop rambling and get into the good stuff. Man, I don't know if y'all know about Prince Andrew, but yeah, he was yesterday he was stripped of his Freedom of the City of York honor, following a vote by the councillors in his wake of the sexual abuse case that he settled. Now, the motion just to remove the title given to the Duke of York back in 1987 received 8 out of 10 votes during a full council meeting. This constituted a unanimous decision. Now, the councillors also called for the troubled royal to give up his Duke of York title in the wake of his out-of-court settlement with Andrew's accuser, Virginia Giuffre. I'm saying that wrong. Giufffer. That's all I know. Anyways, the council said that if the Duke failed to act, the Queen of the government should step in and remove the title. In February, Giuffre and Andrew's attorneys filed court papers stating they had reached an agreement in principle to settle the suit. Andrew admitted no wrongdoing, but wrote in a letter that he regretted his association with Jeffrey Epstein, who Giuffre claims trafficked her to the royal and other rich and powerful men. Now, the settlement amount wasn't disclosed, but somebody said that it could be more than $12 million. Now, that's enough to shut up anybody. But the thing about it is that there was no justice really served. I feel like that if she was trafficking, and I feel like if she wasn't trafficked, then she just got away with a $12 million payday simply because she knew to say the right names. That's it. So, and then they didn't strip him of his Duke title. So, he still got his military. In January, he was stripped of his military titles and his royal patronages as the abuse case against him headed to trial. But he's still Duke of York. He's still Duke of York. So, with that being said, what punishment did he really get? Did he really get a punishment? I don't think he really got. I know that's not nature you hear in the background, but just bear with me, man. I'm broadcasting from home today, so I didn't want to get up and go to this too early to go to the studio. But anyways, it's crazy. The slaps on the wrist that these royals get, and let that have been any regular smojo, they would be locked the hell up. I mean, even Bill Cosby saw the inside of a jail. But we praise pedophilia. We do. We praise it. And the reason why I know this is because, simple fact, the episode, or excuse me, the TikTok that I created about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's daughters sitting in Pete Davidson's lap on the first time that they meet. That's suspect, and everybody was like, you should mind your business. I'm protecting this little girl because I'm trying to get some protection for this little girl, at least, because y'all aren't. Y'all are letting some pedophilia type shit go down, and you're saying I should mind my business because you like what you see. You like Kim Kardashian, so fuck Northwest. Fuck her. She who is she? She's just a baby. But if it comes to Blue Ivy, y'all'll be having a fit. I mean, y'all gotta pick and choose what celebrity child you want to actually root for. But all I see is pedophilic tendencies whenever y'all actually promote that shit. So I can see why Prince Andrew is getting off with just a slap on the wrist. And what honor is? What did they take him when they took his honor? What they stripped him of some title honor from back in the day that they gave him back in the day that he probably never even used because he's the Duke of York. That means he's ruling this shit. He don't give a fuck. You still got to pay your taxes. So with that being said, he's still going to wallow in his wealth. Fuck the military privileges. Let somebody else rule the military. You see how old this dude is? This dude look like he should have been done kicked the bucket already. He in his 60s or 70s. He ain't no he ain't no, look at him. He's a Boris Johnson. He ain't no damn general. I'm sorry. You can't look. He looked like he's been pampered all his life. So yeah, well, he's not worried about y'all in these little titles or whatnot. He's worried about being able to go out there and get him another little girl if he wanted to, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. We'll be back to talk about that. Teachers being overpaid even though they're underpaid. Share us, follow us, like us.
Revolutionary rapper, never take you away if you're caught up in a rapture. I spit the shit that'll lighten you, but put my head on a pike whenever I'm captured. Can't measure my stature, my delivery is passion as a church speaking pastor. But I can be a good comedian, some of the things that I say are meant to produce laughter. And even though I keep it topical, still dropping like it's hotter than a tropical. I create great offices whenever I come in contact with obstacles. Smoking green leaf, watch the pole, creativity always had an optional. Because of my mentality, knowledge always been the one thing I'm stocking up. While customers be rocking up, flew to the flame with the cocaine rocking up. Like I'm a snitch on myself, working the police a reason to see me locking up. That's not an option, so when they hit the stage, I have a pair of boxing gloves. They're like I'm into out the box, where plays hitting AK with some extra slugs. Man, fuck the club. I'd rather be in the streets tonight, all my thugs. Ain't nobody gonna stop my peace, take a piece of the day, motherfuckers the bug. If I'm busting it done, I'd rather be the last one breathing cause the system can run. I'm all out of love, all I do is fight, but couldn't tell you for what. They wanna see me fall. They hate it when I get up on the stage and ball. They try to keep me down, but I'm the boss of the Southside boxes and all. So you can never keep me down. I'm a trampoline away, I made them bounce. From Texas to ATL to FLA, always get me hard as an ounce. You can call me a count, cause the second of the blood is a bleed the block. I'm never gonna stop. You can see me getting round like an analog clock. And I got these headies getting down as if they were a time bomb clock. Just turn up the beat, I never step the feet, always grab the mic and rock. Feeling cocky as swole, because I know I'm a king with a value sold. Motherfucker, I'm black, better than platinum, better than gold. These devils try to catch my spirit, cause these motherfuckers already have it sold. I'm a menace to society, lie to me, you come gonna reap what you sold. Now go with your pockets, and give me back all the knowledge that you stole. And take back everything that you're giving me just to dig my own damn hole. I'm running God, my people, hungry in hell already, can you feel the burn? These demons don't talk, won't stop, so I think it's time that we take our turn. Revolutionary rap. Revolutionary.
Caught up in the rapture.
Revolutionary.
They wanna see me fall. Caught up in the rapture. Caught up in the rapture. They wanna see me fall. Caught up in the rapture.
They wanna see me fall.
Man, I thought it was done. I might as well put the slug for the very own gun. But I'm hard as the sun. When the roads made it full sweat like an afternoon run. I'm original one. Been here since the beginning, so you know we the best. Southside bosses loaded down the ground like royalty. Watch the rest stress. I got sense in my chest. When I breathe, the whole world catch a contact. Great with his name, my lyrics paint a picture perfect, abstract. I'm trying to hold in a contract. I'm a teacher, you can learn, and that's a fact. Now you're gonna go hit the streets, my focus on the mission, just stacks.
They wanna see me fall.
But I'm too scared of me to blast back. I'ma keep getting my stay on my ground and shine. Watch my motherfucking cash stack. I'm a tosser like an ass sack. If you ain't about it life, then don't talk back. See 2 minutes squares, it's a real nigga off in his helmet cock back. And just like a quarterback, you took 2 steps as you drop back. More of the stories that it can get gorged, but you dropped up in the knapsack. But we get blood on the bread, everybody hit the base, taking everything that they have. If we hit a bitch fast, then I really get a bad 50 color she's in half.
B.O.S.S. Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
Yeah, you know it, man. We are back. B.O.S.S. Radio, talking but ain't saying nothing, man. But we just got through talking about Prince Andrew and his little slap on the wrist. But we also going to be getting down, and we got to bring this story to you. I'm going to, because this is something we talked about a few years ago when the teachers was walking out and striking all over the United States, starting in South Carolina, I believe. And it's so difficult to see that they're still going through the same thing. Not only that, but also just the fact that you have to realize that nothing has changed in so many years, and I don't think anything is ever going to change. Nothing is going to change that. But one thing I can say is that it could get worse, which is proven to be. Okay, let's start off with the story. Chilton County Schools employee was told to repay $33,000 in mistaken paychecks. Now, the county school department overpaid these teachers and lunch lady for years, and they didn't even realize it, because you got to think about it, they already getting underpaid. So if they're getting underpaid, but you claiming that you overpaid them, that means that you did not want to pay them anything for the jump. But yet they're doing this out of the kindness of their heart, trying to keep the society going. And it's retarded. It's retarded. Now, they say that the employee has received a repayment demand letter from a district after it overpaid her nearly $33,000 over the past 4 years, according to the Alabama Education Association. The director, Tracy Lasore, told AL.com the district has given the employee, who became a teacher at the start of the 2018-2019 school year after spending the previous 12 years as a school nurse, 4 years to repay $32,958 in overpayments. Lasure said that this type of mistake is rare, and this is the first time she has seen it happen to teachers. I've occasionally seen some problems with overpayment for support professionals, she said, but these are the first two of this type of overpayment that I've worked with. Chilton County cafeteria manager Christy Payne also said she received a letter dated April 12th asking her to repay more than $23,000 in overpayments made since the start of 2016 to 2017 school year when she became manager. She had previously seen the assistant manager and was incorrectly given credit for her years of experience in that position. Wow. This is retarded. I know that we have to be fiscally responsible, but how in the hell are we doing this we don't do this to the military. We don't. You don't do this to Israel, Ukraine, or nothing like that. We just sent them 800 million, something like that. $800 billion, something like that, for this war on with Russia. But yet, our teachers can't get paid. And you want to underpay them and claim that you overpaid them. So now they got to pay you back. The letter said that Payne was warned that, the superintendent Jason Griffin, I'm going to put his name out there. Jason Griffin warned Payne that she would face a $254 a month penalty for every month the $23,465.40 error is not taken care of. You overpaid me, but yeah, you want me to just come up with $23,465. I'm a teacher. That's my salary. That's my yearly salary. This is retarded. This is retarded. So much that they went ahead and she had to get lawyers. Now she has to pay for these lawyers. This is retarded. Then, when the AL.com got in touch with Griffin dude, Jason Griffin, he said he couldn't comment on personnel matters, adding the Chilton County Board of Education recently discovered several overpayments. These overpayments date back several years and were initiated prior to the tenure of the current finance department, superintendent, and board. Griffin wrote that law requires the district to recoup the overpayments. They don't got to recoup them from that person, especially if it's a teacher. There's other ways to recoup them. There's other ways. But I guarantee you would not be elected superintendent, and that board will be taken care of if the parents of the teachers, the parents of the students actually did something and protected the teachers that are teaching their kids. But that's a stretch right there. I ain't going to say that's ever going to happen. That's a stretch. I don't think it's going to happen. And then they go on, we are mindful of the financial impact that this matter can have on our employees, and we are working to balance that impact with our obligation to recover the funds. It's fiat currency. Fiat currency means that you just created it. Create some fucking more. These teachers had a break, and it didn't even feel like a break. It didn't even feel like a break at that, because guess what? That money went to school supplies. Yeah, school supplies, because teachers pay for school supplies out of their own pocket. The school doesn't supply them with this stuff. When you're contracted out as a teacher, it's your job to provide you with any tools that you would need in order to get your job done. Now, one good thing is you can write this off on taxes. So if you are a teacher and you didn't know that, you can write this off on your taxes every year. Make sure you keep your receipts and you'll be able to do that. Just make sure you keep your receipts and you'll definitely be able to do that. But right now, I think that this is just... Griffin gave Payne 3 options. She said a nearly $326 deduction from Payne's paychecks for the next 6 years. Paying $3,911 a year for the next 6 years, or a lump sum of the full amount of the overpayment. This is retarded. This is retarded. I don't get it. You're going to take $326 out of this woman's check. She already not getting a check. Are you going to keep her with that pay that you was overpaying her? Or you're going to drop her pay down, and then take the $326 a check? You see how this is retarded? This doesn't make any lick of sense. And then she has to not only pay taxes, but at the end of the year, pay you $4,000. This is like... These teachers, she could quit right now and just not have to pay y'all anything. Because the only thing you could do to her if she don't pay it is dock her paycheck. But if she ain't working for you, you can't dock her paycheck. So this is when, as a society, we supposed to get together, pool our money together, and start an independent school district. And even if it just has one school in it. Your voters, right? Your vote matters, right? Well, these are the type of things that you can vote for. If voting for people, this is what we're saying, that our vote don't matter. Because you're voting for people who turn around and do this. Who turns around and do this to you and your children and your children's teachers. So, I don't know what else to tell y'all but the truth. Y'all need to fix this. And if I was Chilton County, that superintendent would have been replaced real quick. Really quick. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Because this is getting retarded. It is. And it seems like it's just going to get even more retarded. Retarded. Already, but you know what, this is Talking But Ain't Saying Nothing. Thank you for tuning in to us, and I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope y'all got to enjoy nature and not all the monster trucks that was outside and shit like but it was a great show, and I hope y'all got something out of it. Definitely look into all of these things, because we need to actually look to fixing the reality that we are in right now. It's retarded, and if you ask me, at best, it's retarded at best. So this is your boy, Mr. E. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, turn out. And remember, we are on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You can be able to find us on any streaming service. Also on sbcmovement.com. Like us, share us to all your family and friends. Tell them they can get down with us. And don't forget, we got that Win Mama gift box going on right now. So make sure y'all go on TikTok and handle that. Hashtag Win Mama gift box.
Always said ambition and my dreams was always big. You can do it. You can do it. Don't play no games with you. You can do it. Listen. You can do it. You can do it. If it's wrong, then make it right. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. You can do it.
I seen what it means to be stuck at the bottom. How the bit dropped in the cage of travesty hit it, and everybody just said drop 'em. I've been buried alive, left to suffer to die, but I swear to you, I never gave up. Niggas squirming on the ground, tell them stay down, but I found a way up. Ever since my mom passed, I wandered throughout the wilderness, and she your daily misses. I never get the miss, never got used to the awkwardness. I'm feeling deep down in my chest. Use it as a passion to drive to get up on the grind and try to make it out the gutter. Born in it though, so all I ever had was the everlasting struggle till I get a come up. And I can't Stopped at my oldest Naciel needs a house on 100 acres real quick. Joaquin needs his own business that would have him on all 7 continents making deal pics. Only thing broke would be the generation with curse. I won't leave my children living off worse. When cowards gonna punch my ticket, then they got a brother leaving this right here in the hearse.
When I was down, ain't nobody give a shit. And now I'm on a nigga, gotta pay the rent. I done been there, I done done that ever since I was a kid. Said I always had ambition and my dreams was always big. You can do it. You can do it. Don't play no games. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, listen. You can do it. Nobody tell you how to live life. You can do it. If it's wrong, then make it right. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it.
Fell from the top real hard, put in my work, you could call me Hustle God. Charged up like a cell phone, now it's on, so I'm guaranteed to make it to the top. Fell bad, let the fade blow away, took the rid of stayed in with a bulldozer, made a new way. When you focus on success, it's the best desire when it comes to your different mind states. Wait, patience was the key when it all fell down, had to understand that it wasn't in the plan. Goddamn, many hypocrites smiling as I fell, hoping that I break when I land. I couldn't see what I had was a pocket full of trash, as all the cowards that claimed to be my friend. Really hung around for the joy, never down for the boy, never wasn't even my fan. I get a dude won't believe their ass when I'm sober. Gotta focus on the spirit, getting a little colder. Everything I do is soda from the flow up. Had to own up and roll like a boulder. True soldier, let a boss my frame. No way, I'ma play. Stop acting like you lame. I'm out of my business, doing me show. This outside ride is staying in my lane.
When I was